The slap came out of nowhere. My cousin's hand smacked across my face right at the courthouse gate. He shoved me back against the iron bars, the metal digging hard into my spine. A cuff snapped onto my wrist, the other end locked to the gate like I was some stray animal. His breath reeked as he hissed in my face, spitting out words like family disgrace. Wet spit landed on my cheek. I turned my eyes past him, straight toward my father. He didn't move. He didn't protest. He just watched. That silence burned worse than the slap itself. I didn't fight back, didn't beg. I stayed quiet, because in just 5 minutes, silence would be my weapon. This wasn't the first time my cousin had tried to crush me. Jealousy ran through him like poison. As kids, I thought it was just competition. The way he cheated at board games, shoved me to the ground during football, sneered every time I won medals. But it wasn't rivalry, it was obsession. He hated me for existing, for daring to try, for refusing to shrink into nothing. And my father? He never stopped it. Never defended me. He'd just laugh and call it boys being boys. But it wasn't harmless. It was training. My cousin learned violence had no price as long as I was the target. To me, that courthouse wasn't just stone and glass. It was survival. It was the result of years of study, sweat, isolation, and sacrifice. While my cousin wasted himself on booze, gambling, and fights, I built something different. I built a reputation. I built a name. And I built it quietly, with no applause from my father and no respect from my cousin. That day at the gate, they still saw me as the kid they could mock, humiliate, and throw away. They had no idea who I'd become. The officer on duty ran over. I didn't move. My cousin was pulled back, still cursing, spitting, demanding they listen to him. I stood cuffed to the gate like a criminal and simply say, "D, unlock me. My hearing starts in 5 minutes." They looked at me strangely, not sure if I was joking. I wasn't. When the courtroom doors opened, I walked inside. My father sat smug in the gallery, convinced silence meant power. My cousin sat behind him, face red, muttering threats under his breath. Then the clerk's voice rang out. "All rise." The gavel waited for me, the chair waited for me, and I stepped forward, straight into the judge's seat. Their faces crumbled. 5 years earlier, I had applied in secret, law school at night, clerkships by day. Every rejection fueled me. Every insult from my cousin pushed me harder. Every cold silence from my father anchored me deeper. No one knew, not my family, not even my closest friends. They thought I was lost, failing, invisible. But invisibility has its power. No one sees the blade until it's pressed to their throat. That day, my cousin's tantrum at the gate was logged, witnessed, and filed. His violence officially on record. His debts, his fights, his failed businesses, all of it was part of the case now resting in my hands. And my father's silence? That too would stand. Not as protection, but as proof of complicity. Looking down at them from the bench, I didn't see family anymore. I saw defendants waiting for their turn. The courtroom went still. My cousin squirmed, realizing too late what was happening. My father's eyes darted, searching for an escape. There wasn't one. I gave the order to begin, my voice steady. "Proceed." The trial wasn't about them, not that day, but my presence was. Every question, every ruling, every motion reminded them. I was no longer their victim, I was their judge. When adjournment came, I walked past them without a word. My cousin lunged forward, but the bailiff blocked him. My father called my name, softer than I'd ever heard before. I didn't turn. Revenge didn't need me to shout. It didn't need fists or blood. It only needed patience, calculation, restraint. My cousin wanted me chained like an animal at the courthouse gate. Instead, I caged him with his own rage. My father wanted me obedient, broken, silent. Instead, my silence became the verdict. Weeks later, my cousin was summoned. Real charges this time, not drunken warnings, assault at the courthouse, disorderly conduct, investigations into his finances. And my father, he came to Vichat. Wanyi. Izit tried to reason with me, said he hadn't meant harm. I let him ramble about family pride and misunderstandings. Then I looked him in the eye and told him, "You taught me silence. Now you get to live with it." I closed the door before he could answer. People think revenge is fire, loud, wild, burning everything down. They're wrong. True revenge is ice, cold, controlled, unforgiving. It doesn't destroy you. It preserves you. That day at the courthouse gate, they thought I was shackled, but 5 minutes later, they saw the truth. I was never their prisoner. I was their judge.